Alright, hello everybody. Zemoo here. Picking up where we left off in this cube draft. We got a neat little blue-black deck. Little white splash. Only 4 cards we're not playing in our pool. Just a lot of lands. Blue tree, some good stuff. I didn't quite get there on the reanimate front, but we do have Recurring Nightmare and Tomb and a couple fatties, so sort of an angle we've got, but we're kind of just good cards. Time Walk, Counterspell, Mana Drain, Horse. Good cards, control deck. Yeah. Library. Already at almost getting our money back. Get a couple more wins. And after this, I'll probably do another draft. Draw, not the best hand, but we got a 2-drop. Style that. Not a great shell dock, but if I drew all those, it probably would have been problematic in its own way. Brutality, I'm gonna get my cryptic, but that's all they can take. This card's so bad. Like if you're not like setting up reanimates with this, it's like no good card. I mean, it's very good against aggro. It's kind of like trades a couple of your cards for a couple of theirs. We're not doing more than that. If they kill a thing that's not a Barraglyph will just kind of grow. We got sorcery instant, creature. We have Entomb, and we don't have double black. Sometimes Barraglyph hitting them will get us our fatty. We don't have any islands, so Sundering Titan will kill our own land. But we have an island that doesn't die, and they have swamps, so our swamp's gonna be safe. Own Goyf, but ours sort of beats theirs in combat. Entomb. Time Walk. Then Recurring Nightmare. Them out. So. Grief. I'm just gonna hit them again at worst and Archon them at best. I get Archon there, just like what are they gonna do against? I guess if they chump, then I'd rather get Sundering Titan, but like I have to lock in the Entomb now before I know what I'm. If I draw the land to do both, you know. We keep drawing our reanimate fatties. Like Mana Drain could get us there, but like this hand can't even cast Mana Drain. I'm gonna mulligan. We're a library deck, but mulling to library doesn't work. Get rid of Vamp. Like we're not we don't really have a great combo. Like until we draw our reanimate effect, we don't know that we need the entomb. You know. I could force that just to like if their follow up's a creature. Could have protected ourselves. I think Tameo's worth protecting. That might be. I think. We hold up, like pretend we have our counter spell. I think I sneak in a fairy mastermind. Could have just bought Lutri and kept up instead of like, because like I kind of don't want to crack a clue. But if I get to crack a clue on tap, I still have 2 clues on my turn. So I think that's worth doing. They discarded a land and didn't have another land. Anyone else find that odd? Time walk, just like keep doing the Tameo thing, or I could buy Lutri. I think I just want to another turn with Tameo. This is really making up for the mulligan. We got mana drain. I kind of want to buy Lutri and hold up mana drain. Flip this Tameo. I think I let them duress my mana drain. Just crack a clue and exile a fatty. I'll be a little sad, but also kind of okay with that. I just want to get counter spells up again. And keep the fairy back to block Ragavan. Like I can flip Tameo and I can also double Thirst for Discovery. That'll flip Tameo. Or I can attack and Thirst and see what happens. I kind of want to get to a counter spell. I'm supposed to crack a clue pre-combat and then see what I draw. Cryptic's a good one. Probably countering Ragavan. They dash it again. They might have enough mana to do something fancier. I can also just bounce their FOMO, because they replay it, I draw a card anyway, but I think I'm just fine drawing. I also don't want to entomb without reanimate lined up, because I could just like give them a fatty to reanimate. Like that's why that could be a reason why they discarded a land. They just have like reanimates and are good cards that they wanted to keep that are cheap, which reanimates could be. There's like a little clunky with how things are going. Balance. Not a great spot for balance. I mean, Entomb will kind of fix that, but we're like lose a lot of lands basically no matter what. I guess if we flip Tamiyo, balance would be better, but we'd have drawn a bunch of cards. Draw and see what's up. That's a good. We get Lutri Edict. Then we can have a clear board for Tamiyo. I don't mind just having Tamiyo be a non-token creature of their choice. Now I get to see if Lutri. It does copy, like the mode is locked in, so you can't change it. Okay. Oof. Let's crack one of these. Holding up force. I mean, I could flip Tamiyo, but like I said, I don't feel any pressure to do that. I could hold up force and have thirst. Probably hoping to get a fatty with their hymn. We have the answer. Probably like flip Tamiyo and balance a fatty away if it really comes down to it. Don't want to lose. Care about this? Kind of don't. I can end a turn first to flip Tamiyo. It's a little bit more annoying. It. So I want a couple things in play when I flip Tamiyo so I can like protect it. The arena's a little scary. Cameo with this, discard a basic. Sheldock has to be on. Fractured Identity deals with anything they could have. Barrelglyph's gonna protect Tamio, and she protects herself. We're probably just gonna pick up Shieldred's Edict, or Time Walk, or Mana Drain, and just kill them. But they do have like a turn to maybe reanimate something. I mean, they never hit their second red, so their arena didn't do anything. Probably like needed at least one more land. Maybe they discarded their swamp because they like knew they needed a mountain. Like, low curve, but needed different colors. Alright, so I've got Entomb, Grief, so like we can't library and mana drain early, but I still think I lead on this library. It's like next turn I can draw off library, Grief, and then we have 8. We're gonna go down to 7. If we down to 5, I guess I just I can also just like untap library, Time Walk, and I can hold up Mana Drain while I'm deciding whether to grief or whatnot. I guess I want an upkeep stop. I would like to draw a black source before I play a land. Now I can Edict and hold up Mana Drain. Or I could just library again. I mean, I want to hold up Mana Drain. I don't think this Ajani is really getting me down all that much. Just let them have it. And if they play something we want to problem is if I Edict and they flip their Ajani, it's way worse for me than if I just didn't. I just want to use this Entomb as the grief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, And like grief will just let me know what's up. Like we're just hard casting this Archon. Our Titan's already in our graveyard. Draw. That's there. Ooh, ooh. 4. Hear me out. So Vindicate's the only card I care about. I mean, these cards will be annoying, but so now I have to figure out if I'm dealing with Johnny, and I probably just am. Non-token creature of their choice. They can swords their Rajani, but that's like pretty bad use of the swords. So next turn we can draw Bilutri and then library again. And we still have double blue up. We're just like getting to the point where the scariest card, but it just like lets us spend our mana and then Archon. I guess we don't want our Archon to get swords. We don't have to. Let's draw, like we can. This duelist beats the cat, so they have to do something. Cryptic if something you care about. Card, not something I care about. And they just do nothing. Library again. This is why this card's really good. Find yourself in spots like this where they've got to do something and it's got to impress me. Maybe should have looted, because like this balance is not a card. Thinking like I don't want to deck and I don't want to discard Archon. Sort of, like if balance weren't the consideration. Now I'll do it. Just get this shit out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're not quite at Archon hold up counterspell. Yes. Next turn we will be. Great Sheldock. Okay, so I could play it. Holding the Badlands, maybe because they see the Sundering Titan and they like have reanimates themselves. Like they have to act on this Barrow-Goyf. Probably won't mill myself for 6. I'm probably done librarying. You have to finish the game. We do have a lot of cards that answer an Archon. I have to spend one of them on Barrow-Goyf. Hef is a interesting one. Just attack. They don't do anything. I think I'm just gonna Hef and Sheldock my land into play. Maybe they're just like casting their spells. Actually, Thundering Titan's like the only way I lose this, so I'm just gonna lose my Goyf. See if this works. It does. They want to absent this to Fairy, that's fine. It's just like just sort of there to limit the things my counterspell cares about. The trees. Fine in my hand. Now if they were to reanimate Sundering Titan, it wouldn't even do much. Like, it kills a lot of our lands and none of theirs, but they just attack and I think this is good enough to counterspell. Like, we could still get reanimated, but like, we're just gonna put them to 3 and have a couple flash creatures. Like, a way we could die is they kill our Archon and then they have Archon, but I don't think resolving that Archon again in 3 turns is really where I want it to be. Alright, we got the 7 wins. That's pretty cool. Let's do another. Ooh, boy. Psychic Frog, Barogoyf, Oko are all absurd cards. Mind Twist is another absurd card. Underground Sea. Really good card. Probably keeps us the most open. This is a pick I don't actually know the answer to. Oko and Mind Twist are the most banned cards, and Mind Twist is sort of like in a league of its own. Like there's spots where Mind Twist could be bad top deck. I think this is like the best 2-drop in the whole queue. There's certainly cards that deal with it. I'm gonna take Mind Twist. That's really good. Survival's its own thing. I don't like. I think force and gutter in the pack. Like you can't like gamble on survival. Just taking force. Like stay alive, Mind Twist them, figure it out later. Show and Tell and Flash are here. We could discard their hand, Show and Tell without fear, then wheel the Flash. Some of the same fatties will work. Take this Tundra just as good land. Just do more of what we did before, controlling stuff. The Show and Tell could be good, but like I don't like starting with it and like finding out it's not. When I'm gonna miss this Tundra potentially, but there's a chance that I don't miss the Show and Tell. Fixing, Dig is a fine card advantage spell, but it's like if you have like both Dig and Treasure Cruise, it kind of work out poorly. Whisper is a thing you can do. I don't like any of these cards. I mean, we could take Gideon. It's just like a strong card, but I think Gideon's like somehow gotten to be below replacement level. To try to run it back, we get Recurring Nightmare. Woe Strider is a card that might wheel pretty easily and like a little better in a Recurring Nightmare deck than a regular deck. But I'd like much rather either of these. Like this is not really a great card. This has the most upside and direction I'm fine going in. Like when this doesn't work out, it does sort of what it did in our last deck, where it's still just like a reanimate, you know? Does it keep us from dying to aggro decks? Is a body for Recurring Nightmare. I'm not super stoked on it. Like maybe I just take a land. Shana's seems weird. Like it could certainly be a good card, but it's not always going to be. Grave Titan is a good reanimate card. I don't have things for Snap yet, but we will get some. Malcolm's great with Recurring Nightmare. Now, if we wind up with more permanents, we're gonna want stuff like Malcolm, I think. I don't know how much I'm supposed to value Grave Titan. Did shit talk this card, but we are kind of going in more of a reanimate direction. Confident would be good if we don't wind up with reanimate fatties, but I could also take Unearth, and if I get Oculus, I feel like a genius. Like it can be good with Malcolm and Gobin if it comes back. Guess if I wind up in 4 colors, I'd rather Lush to go than I can splash this survival in my recurring nightmare deck. I don't really want to do that, but I mean, Souls Lost can be fine. Like, it's really good with recurring nightmares. It's just a body and a setup card. But I'm thinking we're not playing this. Enough fixing. Really good fixing. Every color but Comet. I mean, we have white. Maybe I just splash Comet anyway? I mean, 6 is a good card with Recurring Nightmare. Comet's just like busted though. Maybe we just cut the blue, but like a lot of our fixing's blue anyway. That was a weird pack, weird pick. There's Misty. Make sure my deck works. Gets our white Hunter Bayou. I think a Mosswood Dread Knight. Ancient Tomb's good, but not in what we're doing right now. Not quite Flage. Maybe we should have been red-white. I will need a red land, preferably fetchable. I could take Sneak Attack and that'll be good with whatever we were recurring nightmaring. We need like more red mana for that. Whereas I can just take Grief. This is ambitious. We have breeding pool, so we don't need this trop, but I don't mind it. Death Right is a good way to get the ball rolling. More ramp and fixing, and that certainly qualifies. We already have the better force. We're kind of not doing well on blue. I don't know if I could take Death Right over drop just on principle, even though we probably need it. Death Right might wheel it. Drop just won't. I need this Marsh Flats, but Gristlebrand. Attack, Recurring Nightmare. Gristlebrand's just the life of the party. Vamp. We're doing something combo-y, so Vamp's gonna be good. Something like Recurring Nightmare, Comet, like make up for the card loss. Same with Mind Twist. Like Vamp's just it's what plants crave, you know. Vaultborn Tyrant is a good one to sneak and Recurring Nightmare. We did not get the flash back, or we did and I just didn't care. Okay. Fatties are secure. I would take more if they plopped in my lap, but they're not priorities anymore. We also are under no duress to play green still. 6 would be good. This is kind of free. We got our artifact answer and our random value creature. Grab Shadowy Backstreet. We just don't have the blue count for this force, but Dragon X is not a bad Recurring Night, like reanimate thing. Maybe I was probably not playing Sorber, also probably not playing Gargaroth, but Gargaroth wouldn't be that bad. Fixing. These are also you're kind of fixing. Diamond is a better card. Ultra and Stoneforge in the same pack, but that's not like a priority. I mean, Tutor's good with Recurring Nightmare, Sneak Attack, Survival. Not gonna deny that. Oh, we do have a ton of fixing. We kind of want more. We still don't have red fixing. Triumph does not get got by Misty. These cards are kind of poop. Is going to be hard to cast, but it's a good one to survival away. Just a force. Metamorphs great with a lot of effects too. We have the blue splash. We still have the blue cards. This deck got kind of weird. Kind of weird. I think I want Pilgrim over Mystic. Not really. Like Grimoire is the best card, but like, it's really what I'm doing. Actual factual reanimate. We good. I'd probably take the crab or blooming marsh, or I need a fetchable red land, but just as a unique effect. Yawgmoth. First red source kind of doing a lot here. We have 23 cards. Alright, fatties. I think I just take this plateau. It's like kind of awkward because it's none of our main colors, but it's not really fetchable. It's like a chance we don't even play it, but we're like way more green based than I thought we were. Sage juice is kind of free. We had a card that comboed with Bristly Bill. Surveil land. Curator is one we could put in our survival toolkit. Earth has a lot of cards. I don't know if they're the right cards. Nine cards. We might just cut. I mean, Malcolm's probably like we're probably not playing force because we just don't have pitchables. But seeing like what these cards like benefit from a sort of fire and ice, whereas like these are kind of just winning the game on their own. So we're not the best sword deck, and this one kind of. Menacing Eyes. Good with the sword, but also kind of doesn't need it. We'll just play this Vindicate as removal. Not sold on the sword, but I could. Also not sold on Earth, but it has, you know, the same. You can unearth Grist. Mox Diamond is. Not a land, it takes up a spell slot because you have to discard a land. 4, 5, 6 red sources. Like I think I'm not playing Colonnade. We're playing like a bunch of blue anyway for Uro. It's a very fair looking deck. Not that that's a bad thing. I guess Misty just goes in the everything pile. Not in love with all this. But 5 reds. Enough. I'm not. Could be better. 2, 4, 5. 7, 8 blue sources. Just Uro, that'll be fine. 2, 3. 10, 11. This doesn't count as a green source because we need green already. That'll be good for double green on Uro, I guess. Ideally, I'd have another green source in here, but I think this is fine for now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 black sources. It's pretty good. So green, blue, black, red, white. Let's do whites. Bleach Bone. Like we have enough swamps. Bleach Bone probably counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white sources for 1 card. So we don't have to play this Lush Portico. That gets us the forest I wanted. I mean, it replaces itself, I guess. Still fetch. You can fetch black, white, or white, blue. There's spots where we would want Lush Portico for sure, but it's the least important tap land. Just have 3 surveil lands already. Like, survival's very mana hungry. And like, the more untapped green sources for our mana dorks, the better. It's like, fit this Sophie in here. I think we're winning with boom booms. Like, these random dorks are just like disruption that are also bodies for a recurring nightmare. That's the way it's gonna be. Not where I thought we'd wind up, but I could also cut Shadowy Backstreet if I just wanted 1 fewer tap land. Maybe that's what I should have done. Turn 1 Malcolm. Could try to save Boseiju, but I'll just like drop a Canker Bloom, but I kind of want to loot into a 3-drop if I can help it, though I guess if I get mana leaked. Gonna be a little bummed about it. I don't want them to spellbomb my Malcolm. Just resolve this. The thing about Serac is like it. Canker Bloom could answer this depending on what it is. Okay, well, we drew Reanimate. They know about it. Reanimate Canker Bloom just to stay alive. Similarly, we could just like Grist plus to have a blocker. So I discard Grist, Utopia Sprawl, play Reanimate. Or I can just like get Canker Bloom. I think Canker, like I can just cast Grist next turn. I want multiple. I don't need access to multiple red. But if I do red or white, I can get Comet off this. So I guess red is a better one. If I could have like played Canker Bloom untapped, killed that, reanimated it, and stabilized like that. Player. So I'm gonna not get my chorus counter, but I have to kill Tezzeret. This comes with 3 loyalty, so it'll go up to 4. This rock is just a better blocker anyway. Okay, you have to kill that. We're probably just not winning this game. I can sneak attack Kristen to play. That's kind of funny. I have to hit with Malcolm. Then I have to like grist minus. Like I just can't let them have Urza. All these mirrors, just like thing I can allow. Well, now if I draw a fatty, I can like have a thing for the construct. Probably sending construct at me, couple mirror at grist. Okay. I'm in. What the fuck? That's just really good for me. Why would you cast that? I just didn't know, I guess. Maybe they misclicked? There's a chance we stabilized anyway, but I was not feeling great about our chances. I mean, we did have 3 fatties that would have probably instantly turned the game around, but a 2-drop and a 3-drop to not die. Guess I have a way to. I don't have blue cards to play really. Just having untap lands is good, and with 6, having an extra land in my hand is like gonna be fine. I don't know if this is a ramp fast bond or a combo fast bond. They also could have just had more lands that they weren't playing because they didn't need to. Now that they've got a thing, that makes sense too. Fortunately, they do have a lot of mana, but they don't have a ton of cards left. So they don't have a payoff. We're probably doing fine. Probably not in a hurry to kill this fast bond. So if they have like a Ramonap, it'll be really good for them. So maybe I just keep. I'm not trading with Witness. Trade 3 damage for 2. Let's see. Creature. So I can attack. I trade with Witness. I can reanimate their Witness to get back Reanimate, to get back Canker Bloom. Won't do anything against a fatty. It's an option. These are all things I can do. Hedge Maze to look for a fatty. What's in my hand? I mean, if I get Gristlebrand, it probably is like get Gristlebrand into play. Not the best against Jace. Born Tyrant also not great. Like, yeah, I kind of needed it to be Archon. Let them do this. They could have played Ramonap this turn if they wanted to, so we just like 6 and try to set up our Reanimate, or like force them to Jace on the 6. But like, they just have so much mana that it's likely they'll find something good to do. But if it's artifact or enchantment based, we can Canker Bloom it. Oh, proliferate. I hedge maze and see if I can find something. So I can mill that, retrace it, and then set up to reanimate Archon. Just play my Pilgrim. I'm gonna take 7 at least, maybe more with the Beanstalk. So I might need a blocker. Like Survival Archon just kind of works all in one turn, but it's like probably just not gonna be enough. Take a look at our deck list because we're gonna use the Grist. That was last game. We could Survival for Grist, but like that doesn't even deal with the Tyrant. Oh, all their things have trample except the Hierarch. We need to block if we want to reanimate. I just don't think we can draw anything. Then need to be a little bit more ahead at some point. We weren't. Like, that's kind of the big problem with our deck is we don't have power. Like we're just like a mid-range deck that goes, goes over the top enough, but we're kind of lacking in speed and power. Could be a good sneak attack, and we can Uro to ramp it. Love it, but grab Hedge Maze. Set up for Uro better. Problem is, like, if I see Mox Diamond on top, it's not even ramp. But I want to be able to play a Mana Dork. I think we have time for that. Still need an untapped blue or green land to get Uro, and then we still need a 4th land. But, I mean, 6 attack, play sneak attack, win on the turn after is probably good enough. But, I mean, could be good enough. Things go really sour really fast against Mox Pearl, Dark Confidant. We could just play a Comet here and probably pack it in. Gut also pretty unbeatable here. Yep. Even if they don't have anything, we're just under too much pressure. Our hands take a couple turns to set up hand. We needed to draw a land. We have all our colors. Fine curve. We don't have all of our colors. I got trapped, caught in my lie. I think I need the ramp of this Utopia Sprawl, so I'm just going to play Liberator. Like, if I draw another green source, I can ramp. Mind Twist for 2 and hope to get their Lightning Greaves. Whatever works with this Nadu. By 6 to try to set up my deck. I think what they're doing is more impressive than what I'm doing. Hope we get the right cards. Oh, well, those were both really good cards that I'm glad they don't have. Bad news. We're dead, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like that is just gonna brick all our elks. Get like a redraw off of Sirach. Yeah, they just have the greatest hits of Planeswalkers. They're just like our deck, but instead of trying to do this recurring nightmare fancy thing, they just have good cards. Is there Oko yet? I think I just need to like draw perfect 2 cards or something. Like Reanimate is a good start. Like this can deal with Greaves, but not with Oko. Plays is sort of the problem. I had play Breeding Pool, tap this to make black on it, and I can play Curtain, get their Greaves. We're just dead to Minsk and Boo and Oko still. Do it. Maybe I shouldn't have showed them. I have the second black. Oh, Omnath. That's all they have besides their million Planeswalkers. Take the Greaves because I can't beat it, but I guess the 3/4 Menace. It's just an elk. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Throw everything on Boo. Just get another Boo, and it's a 4/4. Also turn Boo into an elk. Lose trample, but it'll be something we can kill in combat. You just elk up your food and attack, like. I'm in attack with everyone, not let me do this. the end turn Malcolm somehow get Gristlebrand into play, and I guess Gristlebrand could draw sneak attack, but no, we'd have to attack with Malcolm to get Gristlebrand into play like that. Did it not trigger with Skull Clamp? It should. Maybe becoming an elk after Nadu was applied to it made the timestamp weird and it just lost Nadu's ability. But it just didn't have that ability till it became an elk. That's a weird one. Also, they keep Nadu back, which they have been doing. Then this Malcolm won't get in. They know about the Malcolm. Take 7, and I can't reanimate Gristlebrand anymore. Block, they draw 2 cards. It was like, even if I reanimate Gristlebrand, I'm not activating it. If I draw sneak attack, I can sneak Gristlebrand at Minsk and Boo, and maybe draw a bunch of cards post combat. I should just scoop and get to another game. They have Solitude. I've seen enough. Maybe they don't have a white pitch, but like we don't even win if we get our Gristlebrand in, and we need something else after. That was very fast. Don't know if I can finish this one, but I'll do another. That deck like just didn't come together. We had like a bunch of fixing, but like we had like 5 color unplayables. I feel like I was taking good cards when I saw them, but I just like never saw good cards. So maybe I just don't know what the good cards are. Probe is busted. Could get like a storm deck with this and a bunch of wheels. White aggro card, red aggro card. This might be the white aggro card actually. This card, oh. Looking at it, it looks like dumb. Like, why is it here? It's probably just like a Spider-Man card, but every time my opponents played it, it's like been really good. We got Good Duel and Gaia's Cradle. I could try the green ramp again. Not like super keen on that because like there's Moxen, but you could just play. Like I've played this in a Saheeli deck as like a second like land for frantic searches. I think this just has the highest ceiling. I could have maybe taken some of those other cards because like the decks they go in are better or more likely, but like upheaval is a good way like to be green. Though I keep seeing upheaval's wheel. So just like take this Raphellos, plant our leg firmly in mono green, and if we get the upheaval, we get it. Retrofitter and Pest Infestation are going to be good. Wheels in a big green deck. Same with Nissa. Or we can just like take Upheaval, and if this wheels, it wheels. We just like be Artifact Ramp or whatever. Like this is probably more likely to wheel. And I think the better deck wants both. But we could also just like be a red aggro deck with a Gaia's Cradle, you know. We don't have to be committed to either of these. I mean, crop rotation wheels, but it is the second Gaia's Cradle. And we could be like the lands combo deck. Getting that now might just be like fine. Lutri will be good, but not in like green red, green blue. Jewel might be good in our upheaval deck. But Jewel also wheels. Is upheaval the place for Beanstalk? I'm just going to take crop rotation because I feel like we definitely want that. There's a chance it doesn't wheel. Dark Depths was in that pack. We could take note of that. But I feel like that one doesn't wheel and it maybe should wheel more. Candle. This Nissa is pretty good. We just definitely want Candle. Whatever we're doing, it involves Gaia's Cradle. I haven't really seen an mana dork besides Raphellos, but that's kind of fine. Like, I don't want to spend my first 4 picks on mana dorks. I kind of just want to get those. Get those for free in the mid to late pack. We can get like Academy. Good with our crop rotation, Candelabra. Witness is a card. Fable not the worst with upheaval, something to do with the treasures. The loot kind of gets this out of your hand if it's clunking it, or gets the ramp out if you're already ramped, you know? It's a good one to like turn 1 elf, turn 2 fable. I think this is like gonna be better most of the time. Parallax Wave, Upheaval. This would be like green, like white aggro. Splashing green or green white or something. You witness Parallax Wave kind of have a combo 2. 6 is a card. No. I think Displacer Kitten, Might Wheel Kitten, is really good with Candle Witness. Play a spell, untap your candle, play a spell, get it back. This could be a win con, like manage to deck ourselves. Cast this Parallax Wave. I don't think anything in here is like super crazy. Like we will need Mana Dorks to make this guy's Cradle good. Alright, Skull Clamp, Stock Up, and Misty are all great. We also don't have to play this Upheaval. I think any Cradle deck is going to be a good Skull Clamp deck. Still like not a Cradle deck, but I think like in any world where our deck is good, it's a good Skull Clamp deck. Good with Parallax Wave is a like a fallback. Another green-white source. Swap my mana. Wheeled Retrofitter. That's gonna make guys for Skull Clamp, make guys for Cradle. Not a single dork besides Raphaelos, which didn't wheel, I don't think. Took that pack too. Beanstalk could be fine if we get Cat back. It's just another Cradle. Well, that was not a great pack. Tuco would be really good. Great with Cradle, good with Witness. I think I have to take Trop here and hope to wield it. I mean, I don't have, other than like Upheaval, I don't have anything to send Trop Mana on. I think I just like need to take Trop. Taking Reclaimer over Chromox is just criminal, but it is another Cradle. And it's a dork to turn on Cradle. Get Kitten back either. I think Reclaimer wheels. Natural order's very good. We have cheap or expensive green cards, but it's another one of those. Our deck doesn't work if we don't get those anyway. Twist is good mana sink. Another Cradle. This is good with Cradle. I think we just have enough Cradles. We just need to also smooth out our natural order problem of potentially. We have a lot of clunk. Payoff. So Healy could sold on this, but it's interesting. Healy is another way to like backdoor into a bunch of creatures. Double green, double blue, double white. Alright. Large green man. We didn't see any mana dorks in pack 2 either, so this might also just not be a functional deck, which kind of sucks. I just have to like take my large green man and hope. Trying to play Batterskull. We could take Zurin Orb and try to be like fast bond deck or something. That would work with crop rotation, but we just need to make something work. Maybe this Parallax Wave isn't getting in. I mean, we have white fixing, but might be too much. Maybe the person we passed the Rafellos to just took all the dorks, but they're like to the left of us, so like it would make sense for this pack, but pack 1, I don't know how we didn't see any other dorks. So I misremembered. Lingering Souls is a pile of bodies. respect. I think I have to take. Oh, it's gonna be weird that like there's all the 7-drop to make my Cradle good, but I can take some strong turns after I set up. I don't know. I didn't want the souls because I probably like need a black source, but I've got a lot of ways to find black mana. It'd probably be fine. But like I know fixing is gonna be good. I just need to cast my spells. Stoneforge Batterskull, we did it. Noble casts a Healy. Did not open power, but like I really need dorks, so I guess not too unhappy. I'd like this Flooded Strand back, and I take Utopia Sprawl. I kind of like Sprawl better than creatures most of the time, but in this deck in particular, we just need clampable, cradleable, natural orderable creatures. Talisman casts a Healy. Gargoth is just not where I want to be. I'd play it. Okay. Time Spiral. So good. I think we just need to be able to like fast bond Upheaval. We have Vista, so if we find like a Ramunap type effect, we can get some combos and like crop rotation into them if we need to. Crucible. There's Safekeeper. I mean, Search Crucible also a thing. Like we're not missing much to take this, so Knight of the Reliquary Crucible. Safekeeper is also just like a cheap creature that protects the thing I natural order into. Take this and hope to get Nadu. I guess I'd rather Lightning Greaves. Fractured Identity is just gonna win me more games. Almost like I can't even ramp into Fractured Identity very well. These next 3 packs have to have dorks. Wasteland, Fastbond, Crucible is a way to win a game. Ren and 6 Wheeled, I might play it. We don't have red. We don't have much red. I might have taken a Birds of Paradise over that, but I just haven't seen them. Sage could have been a card like Chromox into Sage gets us some bodies. Splicer's just bodies. I don't know. At this point, it's like. Trinket Mage's cards pay off mana. Like, Trinket Mage is actually pretty good. I could have taken the sword as another Stoneforge Mystic. Card. Might have too much clunky high end, but I mean, I certainly do. Blaze Splicer, Lauren, Trinket Mage, Witness. Raven Inspector, those are all fine cards to Ephemerate. I can do that. Parallax Wave. Good card. Don't want to do that. Like, the biggest appeal to Stoneforge is a 2-drop. And I kind of just need warm bodies for this. But this just didn't come together. We're really good at untapping our guy's Cradle, but it's just a forest. I don't know. Natural is not even good. Like 1 payoff. Cut the Vaultborn. It's our clunkiest top end and just like. this. Not excited for this. Kind of just want to get this over with. This deck could certainly win some games, but. Okay. You have one forest to fetch. That has to be wrong. Maybe I should have got rid of the witness to get Crucible and just like taken all the basics out of my deck. Seemed aggressive, but I don't know what else we're doing. Like I can do that this turn, but like better. Have more turns with that, and like now maybe they can. Do something, yeah. I guess. Can't even find a way to cast this witness. I also have a lot of non-basic, so I'm still gonna draw. Bunch of garbage. I think after all this, I'm just gonna get a witness into play to block, and that'll be getting back. I won't have basics to fetch. But if I survive, can't even, like, I don't have another basic to fetch, so this doesn't even cast my witness. I just like did the thing and died. I didn't Kellen, so maybe I live at one. Or what I'm doing after this. Let's add that forest. We still probably lose that game, but might have been a little more competitive. 5 white swords. We have a lot of white cards in our deck. Now, islands aren't important till the late game. So maybe do it like that. I could just cut the blue, but then I'm like green-white ramp into nothing. No. Where that gets me. Alright, this retrofitter is good. I could have stopped the blade splicer, but it's not. I think I'm fine just taking it slow. Now would be a turn where it does something. I think I'm playing Blade Splicer into there. Remand mana. I think I'm just fine. Block if they let me. Real card off their table. Into play. Still don't need to run Blade Splicer out into open mana. I guess if they counter this, I'd do it. Just make some guys. I mean, it probably is to their benefit to just play Drago, because like I'm getting 1/1s in there. Probably more controlling and doing better late game stuff than me, but I don't care if this resolves. Like it'd be fine to resolve it. I guess if I got mana drained, I would care. But I have Fractured Identity, and like that not being mana drained is probably pretty good for me. Let's make another guy. Worry about flyers some other time. Okay with this getting countered as well. I have my colors, I have mana. Could go for double blue, but Candelabra kind of does that. Third draw. Sure. Them drawing through that probably would have been more scary for me. I guess when I upheaval, I'd like Coalition Relic around. We're at the point now where we can start like untapping this and doing multiple things, so I'm gonna have an Elspeth with my Retrofitter Foundry. Low. Oh, I could have made a Thopter, so when I crack it for a thing, I just have multiple. That would have been better. a wrath. It's not great for me, but it's kind of like I'll survive. If it doesn't kill Elspeth, I can untap with Retrofitter Foundry and Elspeth. Things are probably going to be okay. This is why you play Fractured Identity. It's like sometimes your opponent's deck is scarier than your deck. Lift. No attacks. Make a guy. Flyer. Now they have to Wrath, or, you know, do something else that just wins. Kind of counts. Enough to kill Elspeth. Alright. Wasn't expecting that. But I mean, we just got 5 lands into play with Retrofitter Foundry. They have this reprieve I thought they had. It's going to be really good here. We can also just still beat like Mana Leak or Miscalc. Get Blade Splicer down. I can also Mox Blade Splicer to like make a guy and untap, but that's not as good as just Blade Splicer. We can get Cradle Time Spiral. We can go over the top, though. I don't really want to give them a new hand. Like, we're kind of winning on board. So. Make a second Foundry and do some stuff like that. Swords my Blade Splicer. I still trade with a bunch of creatures and they're not swords in the battle sphere. Sealy also makes servos, which I can turn into other things, which is kind of cool. Play the battle sphere now. I'm looking for a bunch of flyers to kill them. 11. So if I go all the way to I was doing this in case they hit Tishana, but like that Tishana off Thunder Trap, it's not a thing. Why is it so awkwardly? Need to untap. I can do a 2 into 1. I only get 1 untapped. Make a guy. Untap, make it. Right. Yeah, okay. I have 1 card. I'd give them a dress down back. I upheavaled, but upheaval and have 5 mana. Feely stuff. Like Blade Splicer stuff. They get to float a bunch of mana and a dress down in swords. I just pass the turn. Now, like this goes poorly if they upheaval. But like anything else, I think I'm fine against. For a good turn start. Ugh. I only get a spin, but like now they get to untap and get a couple spins. Take it. The thing that kills me is they get a huge construct. But I guess I could have like blocked and graded. I don't know. Cryptic, that's another. They can get through a pile of blockers, but it's not really winning. Because I can just do this after they tap my stuff. You want a pile of wide creatures, not so much tall ones. Because they can just swords a big guy. I feel like half the sword's a big guy, so maybe I... Like once they swords my big guy, I can just start going for lethal big guys. About that, but that's good to know about. Two untaps and two more uses, so I can turn this to Thopter block. He just swords it. I mean, I think all that's fine, because then I get to... post-combat upheaval. Well, this would be good if I had more stuff I was doing. I mean, I make them do the thing. I guess if I have this, I mean, I need to not let them untap with Urza if I can help it. 5 mana. We just like Saheeli these, and then next turn I can crop rotation. Now that I guess Saheeli would be likely to die, but like I probably get Chromox in there and do some dirty stuff. It was a crazy long game where nothing happened. Uncastable Saheeli, a Gaia's Cradle that does nothing. We're on the play with a Lush Portico, though. Casts our Crucible, but so does Talisman. Okay. Looking kind of mid-rangey. This will get us Saheeli. We can also just Crucible Plains. We can like Saheeli on a different turn. Five mana. Play this, then I can go like Saheeli Crucible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I need this for later. I need a bunch of bodies to protect Saheeli from Dar. First main phase. So we could like set up a point where we can put a charge counter on an artifact that's not a coalition relic, but it like won't do anything. We can't like Saheeli it back into being a thing. Candelabra is going to use Saheeli. Fortunately, Sirach has Trample. So, like, we're almost there, but I think, like, just gonna play Cradle and pass. I mean, I could let Saheeli die if it lets me eat Jadar. Also don't necessarily know how important this Saheeli is. Also ephemerate a creature, like an artifact that's been turned into a creature. Just going for me. Which means I take the damage and maybe my Gaia's Cradle will be good. Bring Innocence, Jadar. Combo. I need kill Enduring Innocence and then the backside. I mean, probably draws them less cards than letting them keep Enduring Innocence in play. Do I hide this guy's Cradle so they don't know what's up? Same with this Ephemerate. Surprise body. Wow, that could have like a thing to interact with it, but I need to do this now so they don't draw the card. I think that's worth it. I have priority. That's bad for me. Don't want to draw that card again. I don't want them to draw a card. Now they know that their rock needs to get bigger. Like, they're not putting on a ton of pressure, but it's too much for us because our deck's bad. Did I not charge that? I mean, I knew I wasn't going to draw. Anything, but... I mean, I'm chomping with everything this turn, so this cradle doesn't do anything. Maybe they go for Saheeli, thinking I'm not dead, but like I'm so fucking dead. Probably should have held the cradle, made them think I had something. I don't know. I could always just draw upheaval and do something busted, but like they have mocks, so they like get back on the board pretty fast. Everyone's attacking me. I can block the two biggest things and still die. If I block the trampler, I take more damage. Nothing we can do. I just needed like a bunch of mana dorks, and we just didn't see any besides the Raphaelos, but like in my experience, Raphaelos is usually wheeled. It needs some help, but it has Retrofitter, Trinket Mage, and Skull Clamp. Okay, looks like we're not going to have time for that. I probably didn't want to do that. I'll block either of those creatures if they attack with them. We got a free time walk, kind of our opponent. Chromox. I don't think we're gonna have time to Skull Clamp, but I guess just Clamp the Trinket Mage is a pretty good blocker. If I ever get to make a 4/4, clamping it's gonna be good. oust my token. Say where in the deck is it? But that's not how that card works. So I can make a token, clap my Trinket Mage, and then block Voice of Victory. Could have Frantic Searched. Maybe found Cradle and done something, but I think just like setting up. A little more before I I'd Fractured Identity this Evangelist. I had the option. I don't have white mana. Crop rotation for Cradle. And then Frantic Search. I don't want them to know that it benefits them to trade off. Okay, so make a guy, crop rotation, make 3 mana, Frantic Search. Cradle. I think Upheaval is not going to do anything this game. I think we're just winning with what we have. I mean, I could Upheaval Fast Bond, but I think we just like... I can't cast these white cards, so maybe I just discard the white cards. Forest or Plains. If they trade off some stuff, our Cradle's not good anymore. If we get to draw with the Skull Clamp, we can do... Like, you can just take a... We can trade Trinket Mage, draw a bunch of cards, and then take our turn, and then... do a crazy Upheaval turn if we need to. Also, just like triple block Voice of Victory with these servos and like do more servo. I guess they're gonna have battle cry. Oh man, that's not the way. We discarded all our white cards, but probably grab up planes. We can make double blue pretty easily with Candelabra. Make a flying first strike. It takes their whole turn and we just get to like jump it with the Thopter while making guys. Like I'm just gonna go as wide as I can and then we can upheaval. Like even if they take their turn off doing that, it's probably even better for me to just go wide. Though we only have 7 mana, so we can untap this twice and like upgrade a Thopter. That is something I have to contend with. So I'm gonna start the game with an emblem. Oh, and if I do this, I have to tap Gaia's Cradle now. Probably chumping this. 3, 6, 9. Block Ragavan. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. This artifact. I make a creature that's big enough to eat Ragavan. Actually, I could do this. Problem is, if I take 15, I could just die to like a burn spell, but I do want to like be able to upheaval. I also don't have to upheaval next turn, like I'm drawing a bunch of cards. Just like get rid of this and just like play a game. I like playing a game less. the fuck? Why did it tap like that? So I'll have 3 mana left. Problem is, like, after I do this, I'm like playing Foundry and making a guy. It's not even great. I guess I can fast bond a bunch. I think I just have to do this, in which case I should have tapped different. Well, I'm gonna make a flyer to not die. I get to have a nice upheaval turn. Hopefully it doesn't go too poorly. I mean, I guess I'm probably chumping a lot this turn. More of the like real creatures I get to kill, like better it goes for me. It's I don't care about it. I should attack them. If they give me some cards, that's fine. I guess I could have, like, if this survives, I can just replay it. Maybe I'm giving them the option to kill it. Already have two blue. I can make guys, but they just die. I could get like balanced or something. They'd need mocks and a balance, I don't know. So all it took was our opponent time walking themselves. Got a game win. Like, if they just made their figure 2/2, they could have, like, bullied us with it. Got Ragavan into play forever. Would have been really bad for us. I go first and I have a Wasteland. Sahili, some ramp in a Battle Sphere. Esper Sentinel. Boy, does that card steam my bacon. I'm gonna hope this steals the game. I can't pay for this Sentinel. So, I could play the Talisman here, but like if I just Trinket Mage next turn into Skull Clamp, I don't have to pay the Sentinel tax. I can start maybe doing some stuff despite it. Get a white land in case something weird. Retrofitter might actually be, though. I really don't want a pile of artifacts with the Plunderer. Though I guess a pile of artifacts that block is sort of the ticket we're looking for. I could go like Saheeli, Chromox, Talisman, just like get a bunch of stuff into play. I could also retrofit or pay and make a guy. Maybe if they give me treasures, I can just use them for the retrofitter to like get around Plunderer anyway. I do just kind of need a pile of bodies to block this Plunderer and fast. Oh yeah, I'll block. Not know how good that card is against what I'm doing. Healy, Talisman, Retrofitter. You could like turn something into a Talisman and turn a Servo into a Thopter. I don't know if that is worth Saheeli loyalty. I'm just trying to double block. I think I'm just dead to this Hellkite. Yeah. Kills a Servo. I take less Plunderer damage, but like there's still a Hellkite in play. Alright. Yeah. The whole point was I could block, and now I can't. If I make the Thopter, they just kill the Thopter. It's the same. I just like on board. Honestly, 250 gems for that shit pile is like more than I expected. Alright. That's enough of that for me today. I kind of just got... I mean, the first draft was great, but the other two were... I just got beat up. Anyway, thanks for watching. I am going to be done now. Good night. Me and Bobbrik might be on tomorrow. Um, Try to set something up. This weekend's been tough for him, so tough to get us scheduled.